Well, it's been an issue that's been at the forefront of Tinseltown for quite some time, the lack of diversity in Hollywood, no surprise. A recent study examining 100 of the top grossing films found that less than 6% were directed by African Americans. And even worse, the percentage of people of color in lead roles is slimmer. However, hit TV shows like Empire, Being Mary Jane, and Scandal, all with women of color as the lead, are heating up the airwaves and raking in the revenue for networks, and some analysts say Hollywood should be taking notice. Well, Monica Floyd knows all too well about this. She's a major producer in Hollywood, working with Hollywood A-listers, stars like Spike Lee, Lynn Whitfield, and Hill Harper. She's also the CEO of True Vision Media Group. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's great to have you here. These shows have really taken off. It's I guess, a surprise of some folks. The question is, everything involves around money to a certain degree. Do you think what's happening on the small screen will affect the big screen in Hollywood?
Yeah, always. Definitely.
What are we talking about in terms of having more opportunities for people like Shonda Rhimes sitting in the seat as directors and executive producers? Do you think this will open up the door for them? And how soon do you think this will happen?
I think it's going to happen pretty quickly because I'm watching, people, everything in life, I think is built on the results, So when people see good results, they're going to follow. People take action when they see a nice result. And I think with shows like Scandal, Being Mary Jane, Empire, producers like Shonda Rhimes, you can't, it's like it becomes undeniable. When something can't be denied, you have to acknowledge it. Jamie Foxx getting an Oscar the year that he got it, he was undeniable. He had to get it.
Absolutely. I just want to go back a little bit in history here. How difficult has it been for you in this industry as a producer and a woman of color?
My situation is uniquely different. I always tell people I have more of a Cinderella story. I've always taken the attitude of the non-traditional route, meaning make sure that I'm financially secure and make sure that I have my own backing. That way, if people need something from you, they tend to not lock you out. So I have my own production company, which is True Vision Media Group. I'm an independent filmmaker, independent, television creator. So I didn't go the traditional routes like through the studio. So, after a while, I think if people see that how to get something done or you're resourceful. I mean, for me to come from Baltimore with $300 and, a couple years later end up in the automobile business, one of the top producers in the automobile business, I took my capital and invested it in me and my life. And I think if you have your own, tools to work with, I think that gives you a little bit more of an edge, a little bit more flexibility. I said, I need a television degree. I need a degree in cinema. I need to have the know-how and I need to have the financial, resources to be able to make moves that I want to do. That way we can, we can tell our own stories. And so for me, it's been a little bit different. I wouldn't even say that I've struggled as much. Only the thing that I think may be a struggle for me is sometimes people go, well, who is she? And then they hear, oh, she's self-made. She's the girl who raises money for her own films or her own TV projects. So then people say, well, maybe we should talk to Monica. Maybe she would want to get involved with, on the creative side or the development side with producing films and television. So I think, my story is slightly different. I don't belong to any cliques or any circles, but I just do the work and then people see the work.
Absolutely. Your story, perhaps, if I can take the liberty and say maybe perhaps it's somewhat similar to Tyler Perry, who kind of went an independent route. And, of course, he has the big production facilities down there in Atlanta, and he's doing very well. We've got about 20 seconds left here. What do you see in the near future for people of color in this industry?
And I think that, people of color are definitely going to merge together. And I think people are going to be reaching out to other creators and trying to collaborate on ideas. And I think that
Right.
we're going to get more opportunity because, like I said, if something's undeniable, people want to be a part of it. And I think we're everybody's paying attention and we're more aware, but we definitely had limitations when it comes
All
to the
right.
ability for us to,
And we got to go. Monica Floyd, thank you so much for joining us.
thanks for having me.
All right,
It's fun.
tomorrow on the Rise Exchange, the business of celebrity photography, why the industry is seeing a surge in business and record profits. And of course, the numbers on the stock are all down. I'll be with you tomorrow for another edition of the Rise Exchange. Thanks for joining us.